Xylitol, uses, effects, and possible benefits. Upon discovering the term xylitol, you may be wondering, is this an alien planet from a science fiction book? Now, calm down and put your fantasy spaceship on hold for a bit. Although xylitol is not a native of Mars, considering its abilities, it may as well be. This seemingly complicated word just describes a kind of sugar alcohol that does not, in contrast to its name, result in inebriation. You may be wondering why we're talking about xylitol at this point. Now, my dear reader, we're going to delve into the enigmatic realm of xylitol, much like a detective using a magnifying glass. Let's explore its many applications, its effects, spoiler alert, they're usually more amiable than a puppy, and its possible health advantages, which might make you want to hoard it like a squirrel with nuts. Fasten your seatbelts, and let's go on this delightful exploration voyage. Xylitol. You see, xylitol sounds like a robot from an arcade game from the 1980s, but it's actually much more sweet and more organic. Chemically, xylitol is represented by the formula C5H12O5, which is a 5-carbon sugar alcohol. Think of it as a tiny, symmetrical molecule that decided to take center stage in the world of sugar. Natural sources of xylitol, you might wonder, but where does xylitol originate? I can promise you that it's not an import from a far-off galaxy. Indeed, it can be found here on Earth, tucked away in the fibrous parts of a lot of fruits and vegetables. Thus, keep in mind that you're having a pleasant encounter with xylitol the next time you're snacking on some berries or peas. The commercial production of xylitol. After seeing xylitol in its native environment, let's take a look at the journey it takes to become a fixture on our kitchen shelves. Xylose is hydrogenated to produce xylitol, which is then sold commercially. Doesn't it sound like a magical spell? It's not far off, though, because of this unique process that turns ordinary plant fibers into a magical sugar substitute that could rival that of a unicorn. Xylitol is a replacement for sugar. You won't even notice the difference if you replace sugar with xylitol. It tastes exactly like sugar, if not more delicious. Xylitol contains 40% less calories and is just as sweet. It really is like having your cake and eating it too. Items and methods in which xylitol is frequently utilized. Xylitol is more than just a garnish for your tea or coffee. It's also subtly showing up in toothpaste, candies, and your favorite desserts. You can confidently invite xylitol to the party in place of sugar if a recipe asks for it. Xylitol's role in preventing tooth decay and dental health. Xylitol is not only sweet, it's also intelligent. Cavity-causing bacteria are tricked into believing it is sugar, but because they are unable to metabolize it, they are starved to death. When xylitol is available, you can exhale with relief for your teeth. Chewing gum and dental products containing xylitol are gaining popularity in the market because they promise a sweet smile without the guilt. In addition to freshening your breath, your teeth are also shielded. It resembles taking a spa day for your mouth. Trouble with diabetes, the impact of xylitol on blood sugar levels. What a difference xylitol makes for diabetics. Because xylitol has a lower glycemic index than regular sugar, it acts more like a gentle hug for your blood sugar levels than a roller coaster. In a diabetic diet, replacing sugar with xylitol is akin to changing a villain for a superhero. It lets you enjoy life's sweet treats without worrying about a sugar crash. It's similar to having a dietary secret weapon. Impacts on health, examining xylitol's possible digestive side effects. Similar to that friend who occasionally drops by unexpectedly, xylitol can create a little agitation in your digestive tract. Though generally safe, if you choose to throw a welcome feast right away, it may cause gas, bloating, and even diarrhea. Therefore, it's best to introduce xylitol to your system gradually so that it can get used to the new visitor. Management guidelines for digestive issue. Do not panic if you are experiencing stomach issues linked to xylitol. Setting boundaries can be beneficial, much like controlling an overbearing friend. Gradually increase the xylitol dosage from a small starting point. It's similar to teaching a new dance partner the routine. Steady and slow is the key. Consider xylitol your covert tool in the fight against excess weight. It subtly suppresses your cravings without adding calories because it has fewer calories than sugar. It's similar to eating your cake and having it sweetened with xylitol. Research and studies on the effects of xylitol on appetite. Xylitol is the talk of the research when it comes to being your weight loss savior. According to some studies, xylitol may help you feel fuller more quickly, like a gracious host who knows when to decline an extra helping of food. But keep in mind that additional study is required to validate this completely. Exploring xylitol's role in calcium absorption and impact on bone health. Interesting fact, xylitol may be able to make calcium and your body get along. According to preliminary research, this sugar replacement may improve your body's absorption of calcium, keeping the playground of your bones in harmony. If xylitol were a superhero for bone health, it might be a superhero in comic books. Rat studies have demonstrated that xylitol increases the volume and mineral content of bone. Even though we're not rats, we can't draw hasty conclusions, but this is a fascinating field of study. Xylitol may be the ideal ally for your bones. Benefits for teeth. The science underlying xylitol's ability to prevent cavities. Think of xylitol as your amiable neighbor who keeps your street tidy. In your mouth, it accomplishes the same thing by keeping those bothersome, cavity-causing bacteria off of sugar-containing foods. It's like having a superhero for teeth that fights off cavities. There is a reason why dentists from all over the world suggest xylitol. It benefits not only your taste buds but also your teeth and gums. So feel free to show off that smile. Your mouth, or rather, your back, is covered by xylitol. Xylitol's potential in managing diabetes and insulin resistance, metabolic and glycemic benefits. Think of xylitol as a skilled negotiator who evens out your blood sugar spikes. It may be an important tool in the treatment of diabetes and insulin resistance because it has a taste similar to sugar but doesn't mess with your insulin levels. Studies on its function in blood sugar regulation are ongoing. The potential of xylitol in blood sugar regulation has the scientific community abuzz. Research on this sugar substitute's potential to stabilize the unstable world of blood sugar regulation is presently being conducted. Thoughts are still being formed, optimism is undoubtedly present. Current research, hopeful areas of research for the possible benefits of xylitol. Research on xylitol has a brighter future than a brand new penny. Research on its possible advantages in a variety of fields, including bone health and wound healing, is still ongoing. Hold on tight. The discovery of xylitol is far from complete. Do you recall that handy cousin who could fix almost anything? Xylitol appears to be equally useful. According to preliminary research, it might be useful in treating sinus infections and ear health issues. Though it's still early, who knows? There may be more tricks in xylitol's arsenal. Symptoms and allergies to xylitol. Imagine this. The next moment you're eating a delicious ice cream that has been sweetened with xylitol and you're scratching and sneezing. Gosh, isn't that boring? Indeed, your guess is valid, there may be an allergy to xylitol. From minor discomfort to severe reactions, symptoms can vary widely. Therefore, be alert for hives, dyspnea, and facial or oral edema. Handling allergies and possible replacements. Allergies resemble unexpected visitors. Though you can't always stop them, you can control them. Do not worry if xylitol causes you to scratch. There are a ton of other sugar alternatives available. Your new best friends could be monk fruit, erythritol, or stevia. But always get medical advice first. Being safe is preferable to being sorry. Hazard to pets. It's no secret that our four-legged friends enjoy sweets. However, be advised that xylitol and pets do not mix. For dogs and other pets, it is extremely toxic, leading to hypoglycemia, seizures, liver failure, and worse. Thus, keep those treats sweetened with xylitol well out of reach of your pet. Recall that, particularly when it comes to our cherished pets, prevention is preferable to treatment. Keep xylitol and the products that contain it out of the reach of your pets. Watch what's in the treats and food that you give your pet. Our pets can have a safe and happy life without the xylitol if we take a little care of them. Things to think about when using xylitol in a reasonable and knowledgeable way. Let's get a clear picture before you label xylitol as your worst enemy or throw the baby out with the bathwater. Using xylitol calls for a careful balance, much like a teenage romance. Xylitol is not without benefits, so it's not all bad news. It is an excellent choice for those controlling diabetes or watching their weight because it is a low-calorie sweetener that doesn't raise blood sugar levels. But restraint is essential. If you use it excessively, you may find yourself using your toilet more than you had intended. So always keep in mind that life's flavor is balance. Prospective advancements and studies in the area of xylitol's possible advantages. Folks, the xylitol story is far from over. Similar to a captivating mystery book, there is always more to discover. Global research is revealing intriguing new information about the potential of xylitol. According to certain research, xylitol may improve oral health and reduce cavities in the mouth. Some speculate that it could be related to bone health. Hold on, though, before we start swallowing xylitol pills like candy, more research is required. Thus, keep an eye out for the Xylitol Chronicles. Who knows what fascinating turn of events lies ahead?